Sometimes the only way we can truly express ourselves is through written word. In this segment of Frame, we're celebrating the art of poetry. We just experienced a group of young and talented artists who participated in the Mission Creek Festival Was the Word Poetry Pro-Am. And these students worked with some Hollywood stars to refine their poetry through the Iowa Youth Writing Project. Joining me now is the project founder, Dora Malech. Dora, thanks for joining me on Frame.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be here and be part of the event.
Pleasure.
I'm sort of still, I have post-performance jitters and I didn't even perform. So you know that these young people are really brave to get up there and not just perform on the stage, but to perform their own work and put their own thoughts and feelings and observations out there for everybody.
Yes, they were truly profound with prolific young writers.
The Iowa Youth Writing Project is a nonprofit outreach collective. And what that means is that everyone is welcome in it. And we are a volunteer organization, so you can be any age and come and volunteer with us to spend your time being creative with young people.
When did you found Iowa Youth Writers Project?
I graduated from the Writers Workshop in 2005, and I sort of bounced in and out of town here, and I was teaching in different places, teaching in different states, different countries. And when I came back in the end of 2010, I did a lot of soul searching about what it means to be part of a community, and what it means to really invest yourself in the place that you live, and what did I have to give. And so there were some Writers Workshop graduates who had started the Iowa Youth Writing Project with a pilot summer program for a few students in the summer in 2010. And then the question was, okay, what next? So I kind of came back and decided, okay, we're going to hit the ground running, and we're going to have this not just, a one-off event one at a time, but we're really going to make this something that is an ongoing part of the community life, and it sort of went forward from there. We're constantly, as volunteers, inspired by the youth, and constantly it's like putting your finger back into the socket of why did you start being a creative person, or why did you invest in this life, which I think from the quote-unquote professional end of things, you can lose sight of, and this kind of keeps you constantly tapped into why does this matter?
I love your perspective because, as you know, I do this show for Soul Food, and sitting there today, I thought, when's the last time I wrote poetry? Or when's the last time I explored, go down a list of mediums? And then I started tapping into my creativity and my courage behind it, and I was so inspired by you and Martin and everyone who put on, and the children as well, the children, that have been able to see that greater collaboration. That is happening in particular. Now, how did Bo and Amber become involved in this project? Because that was a really key part of it, is that these students were able to work with professional poets.
It was a great part of it, and Amber and Bo, they were fantastic. So Amber is a fan of Iowa City, and Iowa City is a fan of Amber. She's been coming for Mission Creek Festival and performing her own performance poetry. She had been in conversation with folks from Mission Creek about, is there potential to work with youth when I'm here? And so we were sort of thinking who from Mission Creek could do it, so it kind of came together. And then we thought, well, Bo, when he said he was interested, we thought, okay, this is like a dream team. And they have different styles, different approaches. And we just thought, between these two, you've really got something for everybody to connect to.
Really down to earth, created a lot of magic, inspired these kids. When I spoke to a few of them, they just didn't know where to start. And I don't think they really processed the value of that personal collaboration.
Yeah. And Bo and Amber, they got really real really quickly. It's interesting because you'd think performers, okay, it'll be all surface, but it wasn't. They got right in there and they were talking individually to these kids, not just about, you need to, hold your head up and speak louder. They were talking about their lives and what expressing yourself means in terms of your confidence and in terms of your place in the world and who you are and your identity. I was kind of like, whoa, this is happening really fast, but it worked, and stepped up to that challenge.
When Garnier Fructis has more shampoos than there are total toiletries in Head & Shoulders, Dove Men, Axe, and Old Spice combined. When deodorants come in 3 varieties: tropical islands, sporting events, and douchebag. We as a gender need to unite and bring forth a new era of smelling like stuff.
I am a warrior, heir to no throne, but king of my people. I'm a soldier, struggling through every battle, but never backing down to a fight. I'm an underdog, favored by none, but respected by all. Fear is none but a 4-letter word to me. Failure is nothing but a state of mind I don't contain. Defeat is not even in my vernacular.
Words are halting, hesitant, shy. I'd love to recite words of elegance and sophistication, strings of sound like pearls, resting on your collarbones. But the clasp breaks when you are near. Phrases bounce and roll beneath the desk, only to be stepped on after you've gone, leaving the taste of Earl Grey on my tongue. You are wonderful, and I'm merely writing. Language is a tricky thing, like lace or darning socks. Words of cream and caramel are delicious to hear, to say, so I add a sprig of mint, add some honey. Quasiment mon cœur a dit.
With me is an aspiring young writer, Kiernan Williams, who is 9 years old and attended today's Poetry Pro-Am. Kiernan, I'm interested in hearing what you learned today, watching all those other students on stage delivering their poems.
Well, they were really amazing, and I thought that some were really, cool, more slow and calm, or short and sweet.
Are you going to go home and write tonight a little bit more based upon the experience you had today?
Yeah, I got a tip from that famous writer,
Amber,
and she said, well, I said I like to rhyme, and then she said, pick cool words and set them out on a piece of paper and think what to rhyme with them.
you were telling me that you had some books that you've written or some stories that you've started. Do you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, I wrote a book called A Magic Pickle, and it's about this pickle who saves the world.
Does your pickle have a name? I thought he had a really cool name.
Oh yeah, Kickle.
Kickle the Pickle, saving the world. Do you want to be involved in the Iowa Youth Writing Project?
Yes.
What would you like to learn?
I'll learn how to become a little of a better writer, although I think I'm kind of good.
Ah, good for you. Well, thank you, Kiernan. I appreciate you taking time out to talk to us.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
With this, we would hope that the community is coming together to support this so that kids can take part in it, throughout their lives as they grow and change and are interested in different things. But hopefully they can keep that part of their identity creative.
So you can volunteer, you can donate, and then how else? You are in school, so obviously there's a collaboration with the school system. How would interested parents approach the organization about having their child or children participate?
So interested parents can get in touch, get on our mailing list, and we will sort of send out a reminder or post it on our Facebook page when classes are coming up. But I do have to say, from the point of views of parents or schools or other organizations, we're really into, as we said, partnerships and being proactive. And so honestly, if there's something that as parents or kids or teachers you feel like is not happening in your community, come and partner with us and make it happen. Say we want to be exposed to this genre, or we want to have this experience. And so it isn't so much we bring this to you and you pay us for it. It's more like, let's have a dialogue and let's see what we want to do as a community.
Let's co-create.
Yeah, exactly.
Co-creation.
Exactly.
Open to any entity, anyone in the state, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I hope this grows big.
I hope so too. We got wood.
Support it.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood right here, exactly. So, Dora, thank you so much, and thank you for contributing your talents to the community. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you having this conversation. Thanks.
Thank you.
Frame is sponsored by Allegra, Click Marketing Solutions, Style Folio Jewelry,